Hey, so have you ever failed at something and felt like that was it for you? Never going to try that again? Well, in today's episode, I'm going to talk about how failure is not final. That's what's coming right up. Hey, well, welcome to Faith and Fitness Friday. My name is Joe Alvarado. I am your host. Thank you so much for commenting, liking, sharing, listening, and everything you do that makes this channel a success. I'm so grateful for you. I feel called to help you know God better and to live a healthier life, to encourage you. And today's topic is going to do both. I'm going to talk about failure. Have you ever failed at something and felt like it was final? Like, that's it, I'm not going back. Maybe you felt like you've failed God before and you're not worthy of doing anything for him anymore because you just can't do what you think he wants you to do. Or maybe it was more like relationally. You got in a relationship, didn't work out, and you're like, I'm not going to go back to a relationship. I'm going to stay single because I failed and I'm not good at it, or my picker's broken or something, or a diet, exercise. I don't know about you, but when you fail, sometimes it could feel like that's it. It's final. I'm not going to ever be good at this. I can't win at this, so I'm not going back. Well, I want to tell you that is only the beginning. Failure is only the beginning. Let's talk about why. So sometimes in the gym, people feel like failures, and there's two ways that they do that. Sometimes people will come into my classes and they're like, you know what, I can't do the class. It's too hard. I can't do a full push-up. And I will encourage them, you know what, you do as much as you can and don't feel like you failed, because you're only getting stronger. You're taking one step towards getting stronger, towards one day getting in that full push-up. So you're not failing. You're fatiguing out your muscles and you're getting as far as you can, but you're going to get stronger tomorrow. So don't give up that failure. That what you thought was failure today is certainly not that. So if that's you, do not give up. Another way that people fail in the gym is intentionally. So they'll do burnout reps to failure. And so they'll get a light bar. And I remember doing this before. I would get a 45-pound bar, what you would normally put, weights on, and just do it with the 45 pounds. And so, you do as many as you can, You have your friend there cheering you on, and you go until your chest is on fire and till you can't anymore. And the idea is to stimulate muscle growth. So you keep doing those high reps, lightweight, to failure for the purpose of growth. And so maybe you've never thought about failure as a purpose of growth, but in the gym, failure can be the beginning of growth. Now, when it comes to you and God, there's another way that we can feel like failures. And in fact, there's a great example in the Bible. Peter, he was one of Jesus's disciples. He spent 3 years with him, and he was one of Jesus's inner circle, like one of the people closest to him. And when it came down to it, just after Jesus was arrested, and just before he said, Jesus, I will follow you no matter what, he ends up denying that he even knows Jesus. And talk about a fail. Talk about like, I should have been there. If there was ever a time I shouldn't have failed Jesus, it was just before he was about to be put to death. And I failed him. But here's the amazing thing about God. And here's the amazing thing about why failure isn't final. After Jesus rose again, he was killed and he died, and he rose again on the third day. When Mary and Mary, they both went to find him in the tomb, there was actually an angel there, and the angel said this. It's in Mark chapter 6, verse 7. The angel says, now go and tell his disciples, including Peter, that Jesus is going ahead of you to Galilee. You will see him there, just as I told you before he died. And when I read that, and when I was reminded of that, I love that the angel intentionally said, now go and tell his disciples, because they were all hurt. They were hurting because Jesus had died. And he intentionally says, including Peter, meaning that Peter, your game is not over. Your fail is not final. I still have plans for you. And that's the wonderful thing about God. So if you've ever felt like you failed God, that you weren't good enough, that you sinned too much, or you just made too many mistakes, that is not your final. God is telling you today, you know what? I still have a plan for you. I need you to get back in the game. I need you to be ready, because there's a world out there that needs to hear about my love, and I need you to do it. That's what he did with Peter. Peter ended up preaching to over 3,000 at Pentecost, and they all got saved and baptized. It was amazing. But it took Peter accepting that Jesus forgave him and that he would still use him. And you need to do the same. No matter what you've done, God loves you, and your failure isn't final. Just like it's not in the gym, it's not like that with you and God. Hey, my name is Joe Alvarado. This was Faith and Fitness Friday. I hope this encourages you. Go out there and learn from your failures and get stronger and win the world for God and attack the weights at the gym. I'll see you next week. God bless.